With multiple players out with injuries, and after suffering a horrendous 44-6 loss to Eli Manning's Giants and a sad 34-10 loss to the Bills, will the Seahawks be able to make the comeback this season? Christian Caple.
No, they won't.
No, they won't.
They have no talent at receiver. Even the guys they're getting, Bobby Ingram is old and banged up, and they just have no life. They're playing with a lame duck coach who knows he won't be back next year, and I think that they're going to look at this, say we're 1-3. They're just going to pack it in from here. They're done, and they will inevitably cap the worst sports season for any city ever by missing out on the playoffs.
I will agree entirely.
Okay, point to Christian, because there's no argument from Helena. Sixth question. Hotshot Daily reporter Max Goldenstein is offered his big-time internship at King 5 right now. What exactly is he doing instead of putting his reputation on the line by answering these tough questions with you guys? Wayne.
Oh boy, Max is definitely missing out not being here. I think that he's been around Husky sports for a while. He knows a lot. I can't imagine that he's doing anything at King 5 besides logging, and that's not too fun. He's certainly learning a lot about Husky athletics, but other than that, probably flirting with their main reporter. But I think he definitely should come back soon.
He's probably doing some of that, yeah. And I think he's probably mostly just hiding and whimpering because he's afraid of the level of sports knowledge we bring here, and I think that's why you don't see him in front of the cameras today. So a lot of...
He's never been good in front of the cameras either. Max will not do a stand-up before any of his videos. He will simply cut to footage. And, you know, I love him for that, but, you know, it might be just the camera shy that he's not here today.
Yeah, I'd probably have to agree. The camera shy and the whimpering also doesn't help with him hiding and whimpering and whatnot.
All right, both of you get a point for that, for really carrying it into him. I'm sure he's going to watch this later and really enjoy that. Quincy Pondexter is expected to return to this basketball season with major improvements. If he does, will Q-Pond elect to enter the draft after the 2008-2009 season?
Yeah, Quincy Pondexter has been looking to go pro since he stepped foot on the campus. I mean, he even said in interviews last year that, you know, he didn't take it as seriously as a freshman because he thought that this was just going to be a jumping off point. This was just going to be a one-year stop, and then he'd take off. That being said, I do think he's gonna have a better season. I think he's bulked up. His mind should be in a little better place. You know, when John Brockman went down last year, you kind of saw him step up and be the guy, and I think he realizes what he has to do to be a good player on this team. But I think if he has a good year, he's gone. That's pretty much been his intent since he's gotten here.
I think that definitely if he has a good year, I mean, he has another year of playing, but I think that he's ready. John and the guys, Wallace, they're all seniors this year, and he's closest with them on the team. I think that he's definitely going to want to go with them to the draft and kind of be on their level, which I think is something that he'll definitely be able to do, being how serious he's taken this offseason.
Lorenzo Romar's guys have had a history doing this. Spencer Haas wasn't ready for the NBA, but he took off. That paycheck is always the biggest factor.
All right. I'm going to give the point to Christian. Eighth and final question. Jake Locker is a tough country boy from Ferndale who led the Pac-10 in QB rushing yards last season. John Brockman is a 6'7" beast of a man from Snohomish County who led the Pac-10 in rebounds last year. In a mano-a-mano street brawl, who would walk out the victor? John Brockman or Jake Locker? What do you say?
Street brawl as in... Can we clarify that at all?
I believe we mean a fight.
Yes. Is that, okay.
Fight.
Fisticuffs, if you will.
I'm going to have to go with John. I think that right now, with Jake's thumb and, him sort of not wanting to get hurt and trying to play it on the safe side, only wants to sort of be on the field if he's going to risk an injury. I think that John, size and definitely he wrestled in high school, so I think that that's something that, we're definitely going to have to look at as a strength for him.
First of all, I don't know. I would question calling Jake Locker a country boy. Ferndale's not. It's not like it's in the middle of nowhere. It's near Bellingham. I mean, it's. That being said, John Brockman. It's John Brockman. He's got 3 inches and I don't know how many pounds on him. He's huge. I say broken thumb or not, John Brockman is just probably the toughest basketball player in the country, and
broken his nose like 5 times.
Yeah,
I mean, he's not worried about.
That's a
not worried
no-brainer.
about
Brockman
anything.
takes him.
Geez, that's a tough one. I don't know who to give the point to. Can I give points to both of you again? Okay, both get points. After careful tabulation, we've discovered that there is a tie. That means we're going into overtime. So both of our panelists will each get 30 seconds to tell me why they deserve to win the 1 minute and 30 seconds of free ranting time. We will start with Christian.
Okay, first of all, I've been in Seattle for about 4.5 hours today. I was in Tucson, Arizona all weekend. I haven't slept since Thursday, and I still showed up here, and that's a lot more you can say for Max. I'll at least hand it to Helena for coming, for attempting to push forward some arguments, but I have been, spit on by fat people on cramped Southwest Airlines flights. I've been flying for about 6 hours today, and I think I brought enough sports knowledge that, I should win given that I've slept about 5 hours in the last 3 days.
Okay, thank you. Helena.
I think that I should get the closing because this is my first PTI. I think I did step up and come to this. I've been at the soccer game for 4 hours. It was a double overtime at the men's soccer game. So I've been with sports all morning. I can sympathize with you that you were on a plane, but I've been at sports all morning. I think that there's something to be said that I am a woman talking about sports here with Christian, who probably isn't in the same arena as women as often. So I think that I should win the closing.
Wow. This is both of your first PTI, actually.
Also, there was one question that she could answer without having her sexuality being questioned. So I'm just saying.
And I agreed on the
saying.
Seahawks one,
Just
so
saying.
had I taken it,
There's a Sarah Palin issue going on here. So I think I'm going to award it to Christian.
All right.
So Christian, you'll get 1 minute, 30 seconds. Talk about whatever you want.
Max, I can't believe you didn't show up here. It's a Sunday. You could have asked for it off. We could have done it any other day. You didn't write your column today? What's up with that? Are you that embarrassed of running your stuff next to me that you don't even want to write now for us? Hand in your resignation or whatever. Tell Alan that you can't handle it. You don't like the pressure. You can't handle 2 jobs. Be an accountant. I don't know. Do something that would make your grandparents more proud of you than chickening out in a little debate we have here at the Daily because you don't want to bring it. But hey, I'll tell you what, I'm issuing a challenge to you. I'll be here next week. You can sit here. Helena can argue with us if she wants. She'd probably do a better job than you would because you probably would be crying the whole time. Come next week and be a real man. Make me eat my words.
Okay, thank you very much, both of you, Christian, Helena. This has been the first edition of the Penalty Box, the University of Washington's first and only student-run sports debate program.